Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. So we're going to be starting a new series simply because the Dominion of India was going well. I did what I've accomplished, and the problem is I recorded another 30 minutes, and invading UK is just a pain in the ass. I mean, I could have done it if I just let them run out of manpower, because I checked it and they were really low on manpower, but yeah, just a little bit too stupid to do. Really would have been a hassle. In general, would be boring until they eventually stopped beating into me too hard, because they simply killed all the men they have in their fucking country. So we're gonna be starting a new series, a new game. Kaiserreich has pretty sure we'll go into other countries. Now, there's a few nations I haven't played as. Yeah, I've played the Russian Empire, you've played as Romania, you've played as the Dominion of India, and we have also played as Brazil. Now, this time I will be playing as none other, as I burped there, none other than the United States of America. Now, the history about America, I'm not going to say it in this game, because the game usually gives you a nice good little event to read, which can be, sometimes it's kind of hard to explain what the hell is going on in this series. Now, as you can first of all see, well, we have a total of 4 divisions, and that's it. We'll get a nice little thingy, and we'll tell them all to go ahead and garrison Washington DC. Thank you, Kaiserreich team, great job. Want to know everything. There's a few things I can do right now. Research. Hold on, let's go down speed 3 while we are doing this. Boop. 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 And a boop. There we go. Let's get some nice thingies produced. Go. That's the only thing we need right now. So in factories, I'll start constructing some nice, good old. How many do we have? 3 exactly. You have a lot. Let's make some over here, and then we'll check on that later. 3 dockyards. We can make ships. I don't really care about ships, to be honest, but I guess I'll create destroyers. Because they're fucked up destroyers. And submarines. Oh no. No. Convoys. There we go. We also, we actually have 5 divisions, guys. Mind's absolutely blown. Let's also start going to Washington. You know, the division need training. I don't believe. Oh, we have enough infantry equipment, I guess. I'll start. America, 1936. The United States in 1936 stands in a crisis. The United States was able to escape in the First World War, which allowed its prosperity to continue well into the 1920s. However, the victory by the German Empire and the French, later British revolutions would lead to the Wall Street crash of 1925. This sent the United States into the Great Depression and allowed the burdened stock market to take its place in the world. The election of Herbert Hoover in 1928 showed promise of fixing America. However, Hoover was unable to fix the problems of the Depression. This has fueled the rise of radical parties in the American First Party on the far right. Oh no, hold on. This has fueled the rise of radical parties in America, from the Combined Syndicalists of America on the far left and the American First Party on the far right. The fact that Hoover won re-election by the House of Representatives in 1932, and the fact that the Great Depression isn't over, means that the problems do not look to be going away soon. Many throughout the country fear that the disaster will happen should one of the extreme parties come into power. Well, nothing is done to solve the depression. God save America. Low popularity. This is bad. Attention. Hold your movement. Let's all go to Washington. Just in case. Let's go up to speed 4. Or no, just speed 5, I don't care. Now, if you ever watch any of my videos, you know that what is going to happen. Now for stability, I don't care. Problems from... Following the 1926 German invasion in China, the Treaty of Nanjing, signed in November of that year, foreign trade was left to the richest cities of the coast. Under joint control of world powers owning interest in China, the independence of these consortium of cities was guaranteed by major local and international powers, such as the Qing Empire, Ostasien, the Allgemeine Ostasiengesellschaft, Japan, Australia, Canada, United States, and Germany. Foreign investments and adjacent cities themselves flourished not only through foreign trades, but also thanks to smuggling into Allgemeine Ostasiengesellschaft and King territories. Despite the ongoing economic crisis, our investments in the adjacent cities are still bringing us grand profit. Very well. We're still making good profits from the legation cities. The assassination of President Kerensky. Oh no. Now, by the way, guys, the legation cities are these guys. They have Shanghai, Ningbo, Fuzhou, Hong Kong, and Tianjin. Of course, they don't have Qingdao because that's German territory. But that's really it. So yeah, pretty big ports. And pretty much they just are, well, a really easy way to get money. Oh, we need artillery apparently. Okay then, we'll get some nice artillery, why don't we? Did not notice that. Edward the 8th crowned as King of Britain, okay. Very well. And I'm waiting for the Afghanistan to declare war. There now, Chamber of Princes is in power. Should be happening any time now. Also the Ottoman Empire. I was like debating where I want to place the United States or the Ottoman Empire, but the United States should be a little bit more interesting. On the 10th of February 1936, the Berlin Stock Exchange stopped sinking. It plunged. Fueled by the instability of the market's panic, selling erupted soon as the stock market opened on Monday morning. It took well into the night for the teleprinters to stop spreading out the results of what became known as Black Monday. When the results had been analyzed, it was clear that the situation had only gotten worse. The shock of the unprecedented economic catastrophe will no doubt be felt over the entire world. The German Golden Age has ended, for now at least. Mein Gott. So right now they're hit by Black Monday, which is, oh my god, so hard. And there we go, the Emirate of Afghanistan declared war. Black Monday hits America. Despite the political turmoil going on throughout the country, it looked like the economy of the United States might finally be recovering after the Wall Street crash in 1925. However, today devastating Berlin crash has finally hit America and sent our economy into a downward spiral. Yet again, Reed and Long have come out railing against the corrupt bankers who let the crash happen. Curtis and Garner have both pledged to fix the economy should they win the election. Political Banner 50. Mein Gott. So these guys are now at war with each other again. There we go, the 5th Anglo-Afghani War. After the Belgian Week, as the British Raj collapsed into turmoil and warfare, the neighbouring kingdom of Afghanistan took advantage of this this as an opportunity to seize Peshawar and Quetta, both border regions of the Dominion. However, the Afghani government's attempt to modernize over the last decades have been met with fierce resistance from the conservative elements within the country. King Amanullah Khan now hopes to use the turmoil in Delhi following the death of George V to his advantage by repeating the success of the 4th Anglo-Afghan War. The king hopes to silence the conservative opposition and bring new lands to the crown. However, international experts do not put many hopes in the tiny mountain nation winning this conflict. Who cares about Afghanistan, am I right? Who cares? Electoral gridlock in France. The Commune of France is the world's leading syndicalist nation. United as a federation of city communes and directed by the Comité de Salut Public, the chief executive ever since its inception. However, the second commune was not uniform in its policy. Numerous factions arose, each one of them with their own idea of which path France should take. As the time for revenge against Germany and the world's revolution closes in, the CDG election of 1936 is said to be very important. It was so important, in fact, that none of the 4 factions could acquire a majority. Much like before the election, a coalition must be found. But how will this change the shape of the communist politics? Only the men in the CSP itself know. So right now, Travailleurs, Anarchists, and Jacobins Aurélien, there's also some Social Democrat and Social Liberal. Those guys are a little bit less radical. I'm going to, hold on, drink some water because I'm getting a little bit of a dry throat. Okay. Many in America faced the worst when Vice President Charles Curtis, presented Republican nominee to succeed President Hoover, suffered a heart attack early this morning. The White House now has finally announced the Vice President is slowly recovering. Curtis would be the first president of Native American ancestry, but his poor health seems to be a dark omen for the end of the Hoover administration. Let's hope we'll have a good running mate. World premiere of Modern Times. The premiere of Charlie Chaplin's new movie, Modern Times, is attended in New York by personalities such as Jack Reed, Marcel Pivert, and Philip Snowden, who has come to the USA for the occasion. The comedy film, featuring Chaplin's famous little tramp character, is seen as anti-capitalist and anti-Fordist manifesto in favor of the combined syndicates of America after a few days. It is censored by the federal government, judged as too provocative so shortly before the election. So bad, it was funny. Fucking hell. The Battle of the Overpass. In Detroit, Michigan, the automotive capital of the world, Walter Reuther and Richard Frankenstein, the leaders of United Auto Workers Association, called a general strike against the Ford Motor Company and proclaimed themselves for unionism, not Fordism, demanding higher pay and less hours for automotive workers. At 2 p.m. today, a photographer from the Detroit Free Press asked to take a photo of the leaders of the UAW standing on the overpass with the Ford sign in the background, while they were posing. A group of 40 men from the Ford Service Department approached them from behind and began to beat them up with their batons. The group then continued their attack on some of the parrot-wearing women present to pass out leaflets. This had us more than touched the unionists. Oh my god. Why can't we all just get along? God save America, am I right? My god. Can't have any national focuses, by the way. Yeah, the 100th anniversary of the Battle of the Alamo. Remember the Alamo? Just checking what would be the best thingy to have. Devon imports. Father Charles Coughlin's CBS radio broadcasts. Here we go. What is this now? 2 years from today, Father Charles Coughlin started doing a weekly radio broadcast in America, and more than 50 million people turn on their radios and listen. He is a raving anti-Semite, claiming that the Syndicalist revolution in France was fomented by the Jew, and that the Berlin stock market crash is an international conspiracy of Jewish bankers, and somehow people still tune in. His hate speech will not be tolerated by the church, and the Pope is expected to make a decision whether to ask the United States government to shut down this broadcast so his hateful message cannot reach the public. He has become so yeah, time for it like is more. Fuck damage control. St. Patrick's Day flood. On March 16, 1936, warmer than usual temperatures led to the melting of the large amounts of snow and ice on the upper Allegheny and rivers. The rivers and their tributaries had already been over their banks and were now threatening to the city of Pittsburgh. On March 17, 1936, the waters reached the flood stage 25 feet. Overnight, heavy rain caused the water to rise even higher, and on March 18, the water peaked at about 46 feet, 21 feet above the flood stage. We must help the people. They'll have to help themselves. We'll help the people, of course. First National Congress, I guess. Factions. The Third International. How's the Italian Federation doing? Oswald Mosley elected as chairman of the TUC. Okay, what else is this? 1936 Trade Union Congress in the Union of Britain was made out to be decisive. Long-time chairman of the TUC, Philip Snowden, declares his resignation. Oh my. Causing the four major factions, the Union, Maximalist, Autonomous, Federationists, and Congregationists, to butt heads over the position. And as it thus settled, Oswald Mosley, leader of the Maximist and a totalist ideologue, has been appointed as a new chairman. Mosley's faction supports a strong central government and full state control of the economy, and they are much more in favor of military action and British nationalism than any other faction. Interesting. So Oswald Mosley. Look at that. Look at that face. Now vulnerability. Well, fuck me. Electronic mechanical engineering. Okay. Hold on. We'll go ahead and get electrical computing. I was just checking the British Union or whatever they're called for what that is. What their whole focus tree is about. Evolution. Reese Wales, Reese Scotland. Why the fuck would you want that? Wales becomes a puppet for you, so you would. So evolution. Revolution. Right now these guys are in isolation. Yep, splendid isolation. While the Congregationists are the most vocal about it, all factions of British politics advocate for at least some form of British isolationism. This may change over time, but for now it will make foreign involvement very hard. So the Union of Britain is very, very isolationist. Ooh, okay then. We have our glorious 5 divisions and all Maryland over here, Washington DC as well. Some boss again. Sorry for being bossed there. Sometimes I just forget that I'm bossed, so meh. New York City. Oh, what? I don't know what that was. I'm gonna go back in time a little bit to 1st of April. That's just 13 days ago. I'm sorry, I did not mean to click that. You'll see it, nothing has changed. It's just gonna be till 14th of April. Death of Pius 11. That didn't happen, but whatever. Here, most of the time the Pope dies. It just matters. It just depends on when it happens. Let's get to mechanical computing. Like no matter what, the Pope most of the time, the Pope will always die. Just saying. You can see you need to have a new Pope. Union Citizen Act. Okay, so this was the event I accidentally picked on. So, in order to gain more sympathy from the North and the West, it has been proposed by the Senate and House that the Indian Citizen Act be passed, effectively elevating all indigenous people of the United States from second-class citizens to full citizenship. Pass the act, hopefully live against them, so we veto the bill. Yeah, the Indians is full citizenship in my opinion. They do have in our time, so they should in this time. Period. What was this? So we are in the Northern Dominion of Canada. To the south we have the United Mexican States, which is a communist faction. Then below that you have even more communists. Over here you have social conservatives, which is a little bit worse, but whatever. The Milk League declare war on Mongolia. Well, that is okay. I'm tired. So Mongolia and Tibet are right now at war with Mongolia. Okay then. Is there a little lake over here? Hey, there is. A little lake. No, that was a fucking lake in the middle of the Rocky Mountains. The remilitarization of Oceania. This area has been remilitarized, I guess. Let's get radio. Trial of Sacco and Vanzetti. Well, okay then. What is this? A trial? Other people on trial? Well, very well then. Let's get the research up and going. Okay, so here we go. 2 immigrants from Italy, Sacco and Vanzetti, have been accused of killing a guard and paymaster of a local bank in Braintree, Massachusetts, a town outside of Boston. The case has quickly become the trial of the century, for Sacco and Vanzetti are anarchists, and surprisingly CSA has come out strongly in favor of the 2 men, while the American First has come out against them. However the case goes, it looks like it will anger plenty of people. Sacco and Vanzetti are innocent, so they are innocent. Let's get more communism in here, alright? Like, look at this. Oh my god. These are like the far right, these are far left, and we are like the middle ground. Like, I don't wanna go. The Arab Congress, I guess. I don't think that the Axis comes to exist until later. No, they don't. However, the Entente is. So right now there's 3 factions: the Entente, Middle Europa, and the Third International. Great heat wave. I don't care about a fucking heat wave. Oh yeah, there's also the Great Canada, I guess. So not that like Australia is not important at all. Like, they don't do anything. They just sit there for the entire game. Most of the time, don't even see Australian units fighting anywhere. Or I might be mistaken how many troops they have. Well, they might have some. Today, the writer, leader of the American anarcho-syndicalist movement and would-be assassin Alexander Berkman, passed away after losing his battle with a prostate condition. For his funeral, his body will be taken back to his hometown of Vilnius, Lithuania. He was a leader of the syndicalist movement in America. And the movement suffers a major setback with his departure. Oh my god, lose more political power. Gone with the Wind. Margaret Mitchell published today her novel Gone with the Wind, which immediately received wide support and is maybe the next Pulitzer Prize. Set in the Old South during the American Civil War, many saw it as a reminder of the stranded political situation in the United States. Many America First Southerners who claimed the novel was supporting their cause. My dear, I don't give a damn. Okay then, I guess. United States. I hope that the United States remains united. The 4th of July, I guess. So, like, right now there's nothing in Alaska. I was just checking. Really wonder, like, if I remember correctly, the main Virginia has the option to claim the possessions. Okay, so Edward VIII sends a letter to Hoover. Okay, so with rising instability in the US, the new king of British Empire, Edward VIII, who decided to send a private letter to President Herbert Hoover. While the media don't know the contents of the letter, they speculate that the king warned the president that in case of choosing the radicals, Canada and her allies will need to take drastic measures, as they don't want to spoil the stability on the Canadian-American border. Yeah, and what I can do? mean, the Mayor of Canada shouldn't be as powerful as I am. Lithuanian Commonwealth. What? In a surprising turn of events, the election of the vacant throne of Poland have resulted in the restoration of a state thought to have been forgotten in history. Despite pressure from Austria and Germany, King Bendogas III from Urach of Lithuania has been elected as the new King of Poland, and a new constitution was drafted to unite Poland and Lithuania back into the Commonwealth. It is not known if this new entity will be very stable, but the Poles seem to be enthusiastic. That's unexpected. The Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth under JDK Mendok III. The Papal Conclave, St. Peter has new occupant, who's the new occupant? Stefan, which is a... Hold on, Stefan over here is this dude. He is a... Stefan, I guess, is... Well, Stefan is just a normal authoritarian Democrat. Good. Well, that will be interesting to see what is going to happen next then. Still waiting for that civil war over here. I'm just waiting for shit to happen. Just saying. Six hours later, and then the civil war is... Oh my god, I just want the civil war. I know that wanting a civil war to happen is not a good thing, but in general, you cannot do anything with the United States unless something happens, because right now we can't even pick national focuses. Or foci, I should say. General MacArthur. I haven't played as the United States before, so I don't know what's going to happen. Fair deal. I don't care. So actually, a day in September. So, the social and political consensus in American society has broken down, and the current presidential election campaign is like nothing we have ever seen. The America First Union Party is organized the right-wing militias in the South and Midwest, and Syndicalists control the streets of Chicago and Detroit. To avoid a complete breakdown of society, some of our senior military commanders believe that it might be necessary to suspend the Congress to the Constitution and cancel the election. The actions must go ahead, or we can invite the military and step in to save the country. So... I'm sorry for that. My brother came in to ask me something. So the actions must go ahead and invite the military to step in and save the country. The elections must go ahead. Spite bullet. Okay, you can now get we had an election. The 1936 elections are the most ideological fraud elections in US history to date. Syndicalists and nationalists, Republicans and Democrats all battled it out at the ballot box to see who will become the president of the United States of America. In the end, though, only one can be president. I know who I'm going to be choosing as a president. So right now we need to wait. For what exactly? I'm not sure. Nothing I can do. There's that Ghana. There we go, we have that, I guess, also radio. Let's get excavation. And radio detection. Riots and protesters around university. I don't care about what the hell's happening in Southeast Asia. That's over here, I believe, thinking of Burma. These people. I wonder who's going to win this time. So these are purchasing Canadian ships. These are agreed to propose reforms and establishing the air branch. Okay, so here we go. The 1936 election. The results are finally in from what has probably been the most ideologically contested presidential election the United States has ever witnessed. This is probably the end of our problems, but for the time being, this is probably not the end of our problem, but for the time being, victory goes to the Democrats, social liberals, the Republicans, market liberals, Huey Long, American First Union Party, or Jack Reed, the combined syndicates of America. Jack Reed is the president. One of the Reed's first acts as president is to push for the Labor Relations Act. The act would help guarantee the rights of unions from collective bargaining to strike action. This act is surprisingly quite a bit more support, particularly from the progressive wings, the Democrats and the Republicans. The conservatives in Congress, however, decry it as destroying American capitalism. Well, fuck capitalism! America First leadership contested the results in the election. They suspected that Reed had rigged the election and they demand a recount. Damn long. Yay. Reed has won fair and square, goddammit. Minutemen. The America First established the Minutemen as a paramilitary force in the south of the country. We'll keep an eye on this. Might be a problem here. Who's in charge right now? The Syndicalists. And the Radical Socialists are also there, but they are very popular. However, this might change. I wonder whether, like, we won the election fair and square. So I'm wondering whether the election, whether the civil war is going to happen. There might be a possibility that it won't. However, I'm not sure. President Hoover criticized Reed. Herbert Hoover was vocal after the election and he openly criticized Reed and the CSA as being unfit to lead the country. He encouraged the Republicans and Democrats to form lines to curb Reed and the CSA. He doesn't matter anymore. Well, anyways, we're going to have to end this video. If you enjoyed, just drop me a like in those comments right down below for instant more shit like this. Just subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.